One of the biggest mistakes or errors that I see prescribers making, especially with chronic diseases, is they don't address the core cause of these illnesses. They treat patients like numbers and statistics rather than as wholesome human beings. If you are diabetic and if you have never been assessed with your diet, if you've never been asked about your nutrition, if you've never been reviewed holistically, then there probably is a gap in your pharmacotherapy. Stay tuned for supplements and vitamins that you can use to help you if you're a diabetic. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Patricia, your trusted pharmacist, and in this video, I want to share with you guys 5 vitamins that you need to start taking if you're a diabetic, especially in the early days, because you can really make a huge difference with your dietary intake as to how your glucose levels will fluctuate. Stay tuned. So the first vitamin I want to talk to you guys about is vitamin A, retinol and beta carotene. You may know that this vitamin is found in brightly pigmented fruits, and that's true. You'll find it in cantaloupe, in sweet potato, in carrots. You'll also find a lot of it in leafy greens. Now, vitamin A is important because with diabetes, as it progresses, sometimes it can cause retinopathies, okay? Issues with your retina and your eyes. So by eating a lot of vitamin A earlier on, you not only replenish your stocks if they were deficient, but you also ensure a maintenance of that vitamin in your body. So the recommended doses that you find on the little containers of your supplements usually indicate your daily allowance. However, if your diet has not been the best in the past, or if you haven't had a recent really good review with your supplementation and don't quite know where you stand, it would be best to start off with a loading dose, what I call a little higher than usual, and then taper it off after a month or so with a maintenance dose. But make sure you get a review to make sure that you know where you stand. Because vitamin A is fat soluble, it is best absorbed with something like avocado or olive oil or any kind of fatty meal, but it has to be good fats, you guys. Remember that. And because it's fat soluble, it also works better in your body when you do consume a lot of healthy fats. So help yourself with avocados, with seeds and nuts, and all that good stuff, and stay away from the low density lipoproteins, okay? Those are not good. That means you'll usually find that it's recommended to take up to 3,000 international units a day, but for this loading dose that I recommend, you can take up to 10,000. But again, make sure you get a review, either an MTM review or go see your doctor, because you need to make sure your levels are fine. The next vitamin I want to recommend to you guys is vitamin C. Now, this vitamin has gained so much popularity with the pandemic. Everybody was going crazy with vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc, which is good. Remember, vitamin C is best absorbed with zinc, so always make sure those two go hand in hand. But the reason why vitamin C is so great if you're a diabetic is because it helps sweep away the free radicals. It's a powerful antioxidant. And we know that with diabetes, a lot of tissue damage can occur, oxidative stress and things like that. So by having a good antioxidant, you can have some of that tissue repair. You can have immunity that's strengthened, because with diabetes, you're also a lot more prone to infections if your sugar levels in your plasma are higher. So things like fungus and bacterial infections will drop if you have a stronger immune system and keep your sugar levels low. The daily recommended amount for vitamin C is usually around 150 milligrams. But again, if you're loading, you can start with 1,000 milligrams a day. That's 1 gram of vitamin C daily. Vitamin C is water soluble, so remember that when you take fluids, you will need to replenish fluids and your vitamin C intake on a daily basis, because it does get flushed out and it doesn't stay in your body. It needs a daily source of replenishing. Some great sources of vitamin C include citrus fruits like lemons and oranges. You can also get lots of vitamin C from broccoli, from bell peppers, from tomatoes, from spinach, and even from potatoes. The next great source of vitamin that I want to recommend to you guys is vitamin E. And this one is a powerful helper of diabetics, okay? If you have diabetes, go get you some vitamin E, because listen, this is, if not the most or the strongest vitamin to help in glucose metabolism and tissue protection, especially the nerve protection against free radicals. It's a powerful antioxidant similar to vitamin C, but it helps your tissues, your mucous membranes. It's fantastic. It protects your blood vessels and your nerves from all the free radical damage, and that's accelerated by diabetes, so it helps to slow all that down, to even repair some of the damage and really protect the vessels. So go get you some vitamin E, baby, and take it regularly. Vitamin E is also fat soluble, and you will find great sources in like vegetable oils, in avocados, in some nuts, in some seeds, and even in leafy greens. Don't forget that yummy peanut butter, because you'll get some vitamin E in there too. Usually, the daily recommended dose is around 33 international units, but again, for the purpose of loading the dose, you can take up to 300 international units a day. The next vitamin that I want to suggest is the B complexes. Guys, the B vitamins are like gold. B3 niacin helps with even blood pressure and cholesterol, because those are usually associated with diabetes, and you'll find that in mushrooms. B1, you guys, is really good for fatigue. It combats fatigue and it helps your metabolism. B6, pyridoxine, is really good for your nerve endings. You know, when you get that tingling sensation in your feet, in your toes, or your legs, it helps against that. And then you have B12, which is also fantastic. B9, which helps with cell synthesis and creation. It's fantastic against certain cancers. And you'll find that in leafy greens, legumes, and all the greens. In okra, that slimy, yummy one. You'll find it in black eyed peas. You'll find it in even orange juice, tomato juice. So yeah, B9 is really great. And B12, similar to B6, which is really terrific for neuropathy. If you have tingling, numbness, it really helps with that. But you'll only find that in animal products like poultry, red meat, So if you're a vegetarian, you really need to supplement on B12. But yeah, so as a whole, the B complexes are A1. You need to get those if you're a diabetic, especially if it's an earlier diagnosis, because that's when it can still be modified a lot. If you've had it for a long time, disease has progressed, and it's harder to modify or manipulate, but you can still go on and help it to at least slow it down, to prevent it from degenerating too quickly. So yeah, let's recap. I said it's vitamin A, it's vitamin C, it's vitamin E, and then it's the B complexes. Those are the really good four. Now, with a bonus, I'm gonna end and give you guys an insulin resistant supplement, something like what's it called? Antagalin is really good, especially again if you're in your beginning stages. If you've just been diagnosed, if you're even still not yet diabetic, but you're pre-diabetic, that means you have insulin resistance. You can take this and see significant results. Okay. It's taken with meals 3 times a day, ideally every 8 hours. But it really helps with the body's sensitivity to insulin. And then another bonus I want to throw in there is what I always preach since the pandemic began. Every treatment, you guys, every drug treatment, every pharmacotherapy you begin with or take as regimen needs to be preceded with a probiotic. I cannot stress the importance of probiotics, you guys. They condition your gut flora in a way that nothing really else can, unless you go on a super strict diet. Your flora has probably some imbalances to it. With nowadays' diet, stress levels, we all eat a little bit of, things we know we're not supposed to, a lot of junk food, we're stressed out, we don't drink enough water. So all that contributes to really upsetting your flora. By taking a probiotic, especially at the onset of treatment, if you can, probiotics, you guys, are life. They can reduce so many disease symptoms. They regulate you in ways you have no idea. They're just a dream. They're a charm. Everybody needs them. Even if you think you're super healthy and don't need a probiotic, take one for 2 weeks and you will see the difference. There's so many out there. So for specific recommendations for your condition or situation, contact Farmers. We will help you. We do MTN reviews. But yeah, you guys, all these recommendations are professional advice. I am a pharmacist. I have studied these things. So feel free to contact us at Farmers. And yeah, take care, you guys. Exercise, drink plenty of water, the usual, but it's actually just the truth. Take lots of fiber. If you're a diabetic, you need fiber in your life. It slows down your sugar absorption. It helps clear your cholesterol. Fiber is another last bonus, but it is life. And nowadays you get it in those like sprinkly things you can put in your water on top of your food. Like there's no excuse, you guys. Go get you some fiber plus all the stuff mentioned at the beginning. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Like if this was insightful, if you gained or learned something new, share it because diabetes is so prevalent nowadays. We all know somebody who has it, and they may not know what to take as supplements to optimize the outcome. So yeah, take care, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.